Hey, November 1st.
Good morning.
I am.
Day.
Good morning. Happy All Saints Day.
It snowed this morning. Now I have a few things to say. This is my friend.
Wow.
This is my buddy's dad, Ward Cleaver. This is my brother, Wally Cleaver, and I'm Beaver
Do
Cleaver.
you think there's any chance that we're brothers? My
And
goodness,
I'm
no
Beaver
chance.
Cleaver. I always wanted
Zero.
to say that.
You always want to say you're Beaver Cleaver.
Yeah, because there's a commercial on right now that the first thing out of little Beaver's mouth is, I'm Beaver Cleaver. It's just too cute.
It's for all of you people.
Well, I don't watch Beaver Cleaver, okay, but
You did.
when I was a young...
Right.
Yes.
So that commercial is for you people.
I'm Beaver Cleaver. You people.
I never watched it.
You didn't? You didn't?
No.
Did you watch Dennis the Menace?
No.
See, that's our age
He's, a lot,
difference.
he's younger than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Decade,
you're
right?
getting no, 5.
Oh, just 5. Okay.
Here we go again already. Here we go again. So it smells like carpet.
But
It
his age is showing more than mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, wait.
Definitely.
We're really not the Beaver Cleaver show. This is Al Barker. This is Reverend Don Coleman. I'm Beaver Cleaver.
Kenton Clink, the piano player.
The piano player.
Just the piano player.
You were mentioning the carpet smell.
Yeah, I smell carpet.
There's a lot of carpet smell.
Oh, yeah.
But truly, this is Wednesday, in the last 2.5 days, very little carpet has been laid relative to how much carpet was laid last week.
Oh, yeah.
Whole sanctuary, the main section of the sanctuary carpet was laid.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the detail work now.
Now that's the thing is, so you don't know. But the pews are all back in place. Did
Yeah,
you?
He
I
went.
went.
I didn't.
So
but
you
I
were
will.
late getting here, so I needed something to occupy my time.
Good.
So I
Excellent.
wandered over and took a look at
Well,
it.
because someone is always late-ish.
Ish.
Ish.
Because I was here like at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
Yeah. So we
Why,
did it.
Dawn?
Oh, there's lots. So
Dawn, why?
we're working on updating our signage. Our wayfinding signage throughout the buildings.
Okay.
That was always part of the plan.
Okay.
And so we had a meeting yesterday
You
morning.
mean like exit signs?
Yeah. So there's 2 different types of signs.
Exit?
There's emergency signage,
Yeah.
fire and building code signage, stuff like that says this rule says you have to have this sign.
Yeah.
But then there's also, hey, I'm new here.
Where's
or
the bathroom?
I don't know where a bathroom or a room is, and I need to find my way. So what we had to do after our first meeting was we need to confirm what signs are by code need to be here, and then we'll replicate those. And then what signs does Jim Smith off the street need to help?
Well, why did that happen at 8 o'clock in the morning?
It wasn't. I had some other stuff I was doing. At 9:30 this morning,
I see.
We had actually at 9 o'clock we had electrician in.
I see him. He's here.
So working on sanctuary, rerouting, updating some electrical work in the chancel stage.
Oh, good.
And then at 9:30 we had our fire inspector and fire chief in here to do some of that signage work. Confirm.
Good.
Yes. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really getting detailed now.
It's all the little stuff.
It
a
is.
lot of handicap signs.
We definitely need some of that because we've got some additional wheelchair and accessibility seating. So that's some good news.
Yeah.
You might have lost a little bit of space for you though. So just
What do you mean?
Yeah. So just
Downstairs. You mean in the fellowship hall?
no in the sanctuary.
I mean, how could I lose space?
You might need to just lose a couple pounds just to make sure.
How
that
could I lose space?
I don't know.
The piano's going to sit the same place it always
Well, it's
sat.
going to be partway in the doorway there.
Oh,
the doorway that goes behind it.
So you
part
got
of it,
the way-
we got the part of the keyboard might be sticky.
No.
The piano is shaped that way.
The piano's fine.
The
It's
bench
the
is-
bench.
is
It's
in-
the bench.
You know, what am I going to do with you?
Actually, you know what? I gotta.
We could get a smaller piano.
Oh, that's a good idea. You know what? Just a little keyboard.
Bigger one.
He's been doing it with the keyboard pretty well.
You
right?
ever seen Linus on Charlie Brown?
Yes.
The piano's as big as he
Dun,
is.
dun, dun, dun,
I think
dun,
he's
dun,
bigger than the
dun.
piano.
Oh, my goodness.
You might want to play the.
It's one of those black grand pianos too.
Yes, sometimes, yeah.
Peanuts
With the
theme.
whole crew around them, too. That's such a nice feeling.
Speaking of that room,
What room?
another little. Well, it's been historically called the safe room.
The safe room where? What? Who?
that has the safe in it.
Oh, yeah, that room, yeah.
So there's been some conversations
About the safe?
This is how you seed something like this. There's been some conversations
About the safe?
Not really
Oh, okay.
about the room.
Changing the name.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Well, did
Not
we?
really, but
We
Did
might
we-
call it the Clink Room. He'd be on his 50,
Oh,
50th
that'll never happen,
anniversary, we
okay?
could name that
I'll
room
never
the
have
Clink
my
Room,
own room.
well, that's funny that you should say that
You know.
because there's been some conversations about
He's lying because he's not keeping a secret.
renovating that room in such a way
That I could relax back there with a nice
that
couch?
becomes the
Waiting room.
historical.
They'd have to put a big vent in the wall so you could smoke back there
that's
during,
that's not
during break.
Oh, and an ashtray that sucks the smoke down in.
There
No.
you go.
Yeah.
That's not happening. No, a room to celebrate the history of the church. So we've got a couple of display cases, right?
The ones out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's been some conversations about taking that room and repurposing it to include more
Well, where are you going to put all the closets that are in there?
closets, schmozets. You can put closets anyway.
boy.
So, imagine so you've got some guests and you want to say, well, yeah, this church has been around for
See,
almost 250 years. Let me take you back and let me show you some of the fun stuff.
Yeah, I know, but the fun stuff
And
for
then-
you will be.
And in the one corner that could talk about Kenton Klink's been here for 50 years. Just maybe.
I
a
don't think
panel
anybody
in the corner.
cares because
I like that.
I
like
have
that.
been looking for clues
Bronze
about.
statue.
I have been looking for clues about a celebration for that, and I
Have you
haven't
found any?
No,
Well, these are clues.
because the last time
We're throwing out
for the
clues
40th
right now.
one, I was in here one night. I think the alarm went off, and I was still doing the alarm, and I went over to the big calendar that we used to have for a church calendar. Everybody was on our
Downstairs in the
secretary's.
office.
Yeah, and I went over and looked, and there it was.
It sounds like snooping for Christmas presents.
Yeah,
You know.
Was I here yet?
yeah, you were here
Okay. Yeah.
because we.
I haven't been here 10 years, so whatever timing worked out, then we definitely haven't even hit 50
Well,
yet.
no, but what happened was that we were a year late doing the 40th. The 40th
Says
actually.
who?
The 40th
Well,
actually happened. My
It
40th.
depends on whether it's the 40th year or the end of the 40th.
No. It was there was too much other stuff going on.
Yeah. I had not come yet, I guess.
Right.
You're waiting for me.
Right, I think so.
And then I said, why are we celebrating this guy?
Well, you didn't know me,
I did not. Well,
and now-
I did.
and now. You
Once
think-
again, why are we celebrating? Yeah. Good luck.
Well-
There's no calendar like that anymore.
No what?
No calendar like that anymore.
No, there isn't. I miss it,
Oh, I'm sorry. You can create one.
and I don't see any Reese's cups,
No, you're right. There's no Reese's Cups.
dude. I've left hints.
None of my kids went out trick-or-treating last night.
I don't care.
Okay. You know where you can get Reese's Cups?
In the store.
Yep, in the store.
Well, they're too old to trick or treat, aren't
boy,
they?
oh boy, oh boy.
Well, there were kids.
Breeze on the verge.
There were kids as old as Bria and older than Bria that.
Well, I believe that, but they weren't supposed to be out either.
You getting
know what?
candy?
I gave anybody who showed up candy.
Is there a legal time age or
No,
age,
but-
age or something? 12 years old?
No.
Isn't that better though? Than them doing that than a million other things they could be doing.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Well, I had one of my tenants complaining, that kid was too big, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Do you want them TPing your house instead?
come on. Give the kid a candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give the old man a candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know what
Do you
else
get a
would
lot
be
of
good?
trick-or-treaters at your place?
No, none.
None?
You know what else would be good? I just realized it. Klondikes for Kenton.
You like Klondike bars? Mm-hmm. What would you do? No, don't answer that question. I don't want to know.
About what? Klondikes. I would eat them.
It's what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, that's a Kit Kat
He'd
bar.
dress up and go trick-or-treating.
What would you do for a
He
Kit
would be
Kat
one of
bar?
those guys that wasn't supposed to, come to your door, but here comes
Here comes
trick or
Kenton.
treat.
How many houses would he get to?
Oh my
Three.
goodness.
He only got an
You
hour
know, wait.
and a half.
You know what? Wait until I have the walker and I'm still working.
By the way,
Uh.
it is a Klondike bar. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Are you sure?
100.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, what's Kit Kat then?
Nothing.
Give me a break.
There you go.
Give me a break. Oh, yeah.
Break me off a piece of
That
that.
Kit Kat bar. Now, let me tell you, those Reese's commercials where all you see is orange first.
Okay.
Okay, they drive me crazy because they're on at 11 o'clock at night
And it makes you hungry at 11 o'clock
for
at
the
night.
Reese's cup. I've actually gotten out of bed, dressed, and driven to the store to get Reese's cup.
Really?
Because of those
The
commercials.
power.
Do you like the big ones or the little bite-sized ones?
I like just a Reese's cup like when I was a kid. You know, just give me a...
Well, do you-
Bridget one time gave me this
Ah,
huge, 2 of them.
they're too big.
Oh, they were so huge, I mean, I couldn't bite them. But I did. But they were huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. His wife is Bridget. She gave me Reese's cups.
I got to tell you something.
Mm.
So just Sunday.
This past Sunday?
Yeah, exciting times.
Hmm?
The Bengals won, yes, but that's not what I was going to say. It was a great.
Steelers lost.
Sorry about that.
Steelers, so
Yeah.
did Penn State.
No, Penn State
No, Penn
won.
State won.
Oh, sorry.
It was last week.
Oh, you guys?
No, Michigan didn't play.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
They're
Yeah.
still cheating.
And
They're
the
working,
Bengals
they're working on
lost.
their cheating.
No,
matters.
Bengals won.
Oh,
Big
okay.
game, San Francisco, 14 points.
See, I didn't...
Yeah, that wasn't what I was going to mention.
What?
On Sunday,
This past Sunday?
this past Sunday, big event. Pine Springs Camp celebrated 75th anniversary
Oh.
as part of their annual banquet.
Why, that's
It-
nice.
It was at the camp. A certain gentleman built 2 Adirondack chairs,
No.
sold them for a boatload of money that profited not himself, but the camp.
Oh, and do we know this gentleman?
We do. We do.
Is he Ward Cleaver?
Fort
Might
Cleaver,
be.
yeah.
Might be.
No.
But even better than that, I think he would agree, was his son's work at that dinner. His
Yeah.
son led some worship, but also was the MC for an event that they titled the Not So Late Show.
Right.
They're not so late. What?
The Not So Late Show.
Oh, okay.
And instead of doing the regular format that they usually do for the banquet, you know, kind of formal, maybe even a little stuffy-ish with some
Yeah.
of the stuff, it was a very different. I thought it was brilliant. It was wonderful. I thought, Mike, you know, the jokes we could probably, you know, we could get a writer's room together to massage them. But I thought it was great. I loved it so much more than the regular one. So.
So normally they have previous campers come up and give a little bit of talk. This
Oh.
time he acted like a game show host and he asked them particular questions and
Just
gave
like
them,
I did with Beaver Cleaver just now.
just what you did with
Oh.
Peter Cleveland. Gave them a chance to respond, and they had some old timers there that have been there since the 1950s.
Wow.
And their
I bet they were old.
Their kids have come to the camp, and their grandkids had come to the camp.
In the
and,
1950s, they had to be 80, 90.
Maybe it's the 1960s.
So no, I mean, I'm blanking on his name now. 1951, he said he was there.
Yeah, there was one guy that was there in 51, right?
As a camper.
Yeah.
So
But he
I-
has to be 90.
uh,
51
I
to
think he's-
2001
I
is
think he's
50.
mid to late 80s.
Oh, yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
a neat guy. I'm totally blanking on his name right now, which is my curse. But I know him a little bit from some work I've done with in the Presbytery
Oh.
at large, and yeah. But then his father-in-law was there, right?
He is?
Mike's father-in-law.
Yeah, Mike's
Oh.
father-in-law was
Oh.
there, right?
Yeah. What was
so
his name?
Mike Dennis Harmon.
Okay.
Mike was a camper there, then he was a counselor there, and he was head of the counselors, and then when he graduated from college, he went out to a different camp that's very similar to Pine Springs and took on the job the same as Mike Hurley's job at this camp. He took on at a Methodist camp out in Gretna Glen,
Wow.
and kind of did the same job, but he really admires Mike and Greg there, and every year he still does volunteer counseling, and he and his wife and their kids come to the camp now, and he's typically involved somehow in any ceremony that they have, including
Yeah.
the banquet on Saturday, on
Oh,
Sunday.
very nice.
Did a great job. And
What they have to eat? Chicken?
No, Clem's. You ever seen Clem's barbecue?
Clem? I would have eaten it, but
There's
I've
one
never
out
seen
in
Clem's.
Blairsville, right along 22. There's several of them around, so we
Oh,
could
you're
have
at
pulled pork
Blairsville,
barbecue.
okay.
You could have chicken
there
barbecue.
was chicken.
Chicken barbecue.
Of
course there
Then
was.
you had mashed potatoes and coleslaw and macaroni and cheese and put the barbecue sauce on it.
Hey.
It was excellent.
Speaking of food, at Cracker Barrel, they have a lunch special now, any day of the week. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and corn, $8.99. So good.
Can't beat it.
So good.
Don't-
I had to go back for it
But
yesterday.
do they have banana cream pie
I don't think so.
or coconut
cream pie. I don't think so.
I'd eat the coconut.
I haven't had that. Did you eat
banana.
lunch yet today?
I did, and I was thinking maybe.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
good.
I'd
Let's
take
do
you
it.
to
Let's
lunch
do
today.
it.
Do it.
Because
Have
I'm
fun.
hungry because he's not available.
I am unavailable today.
But yeah, we can go to
I've already anticipated. I told Linda. I
jam.
probably
You
won't
are
be home.
jamming, Al. You are jamming. Cool. That's
So
cool. 'cause
anybody who
I'm-
wants to join us, we'll be at some
We'll be
restaurant
at-
in the area.
Yeah.
that reminds me, though.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm finally going to be at church on Sunday.
Well, that's okay. So we're going to eat Sunday.
So it's
Eat
going to be
Sunday. communion.
Communion.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrating Communion Sunday.
How
and
nutritious? How nutritious?
Probably not a lot, but
It's meant spiritually nutritious. There you go.
Communion Sunday, and Al's going to share a little bit.
Al's going to share.
Al's going to
So
share
at
a little bit about
8:30,
his-
they got me, you, and Al.
Yep. Well,
Just like maybe we should put it on the internet.
probably not like this.
No,
No.
not on Sunday. No, although people would enjoy it, wouldn't stay the whole hour.
How many?
So I'm going to talk a little bit about my bout with cancer over the past year. It's about the 1-year anniversary right now of finding it out, and just had a CT scan yesterday, and it was 100% clear still. So that was after 6 months of treatment.
Praise God.
And I'm
So
going
you
to
have
talk
six-
about prayer. I had it during the past year. I've had so many people praying for me, and prayer has a huge effect. It had a huge effect on me, and I just want to let other people know how important prayer is and how important it was to me.
Good.
Awesome.
I think you'll do a wonderful job.
I don't know. I haven't
Would you
writ-
like a
I-
little
I'm
music?
I gotta write it out.
Would you
yet,
like a
so
little
yeah.
musical background?
Oh,
Music?
that'd be lovely.
You think so?
Yeah, if you feel the spirit. Could,
Well, let me see how the Spirit moves me on Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'll do that one today.
Dun, dun, dun. I think that would be great. I'll dance if you do it.
No,
And
you
I'm
won't.
liturgist.
You know who
Yes,
else will?
You're doing everything Sunday.
you know who else dances? Megan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one of the song. Well, there's a song.
one?
There's a song that we do in choir that she says is right out of
Charlie Brown Christmas?
no
Peanuts.
Disney Under the Sea. The girl wants to come up and
Ariel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds like it really is from it.
yeah. You can start right in and sing her
Oh,
song.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. And every time I play that,
The Little Mermaid.
Megan starts to
Little
dance.
Mermaid,
Yeah.
I had a few Little Mermaids last night. Dressed up as, yeah. So.
Oh.
I didn't go trick or treating last night. I was supposed to go over to Kimberly's last night and hand out candy while they were taking their kids out, and I don't know. I just was really sleepy. I don't know, something about the drugs they gave me during that scan yesterday made me really sleepy. I slept on the couch all night long.
There you go.
Nobody came to our house, and I didn't go to.
Well, your house. I mean, they have to drive to
Yeah,
get to your house.
we've never had trick or treating.
No.
Did Linda go to Kim's house?
Linda went to Kim's house and handed out candy. Yeah,
And you went to sleep.
yeah.
We are done that. No more.
She didn't
kids.
dress up though.
She didn't dress up?
No.
I kind of dressed up. It was. Yeah.
What did you have on? Did you have that same that you had your trunk or treat?
I had a little bit, somewhat similar, but not intentional. I did some stuff, but then mainly it was Bria, who was underneath the chair hiding, and then would reach out.
and grab legs.
Yeah, grab
That's
legs.
good, that's good.
Did kids scream?
We got one really good scream.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was fun. Made our
What
night.
were your neighbors doing?
Nothing much. Nobody really does anything. It's just us.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they hand out candy.
Yeah, but they okay.
Yeah, nobody does anything.
Didn't Tom decorate?
Yeah. I mean, they
Okay.
decorated. Yeah, but
Yeah.
so it's all good.
Today I was changing the subject, but it was so cold coming in here. My goodness, how the weather changed.
So
It is November 1st.
Well,
all day.
two of my buddies' birthdays. I won't say names, but happy birthday, you guys.
It's great for the gas business.
you have
Huh?
two buddies
It's great for the natural gas business.
Well, yeah, I hope.
cranking in here.
Yeah, I turned it on.
Yeah,
It's
last
chilly
night.
in here.
Here's what I experienced last night. I fell asleep after handing out candy, and then woke up and got in the car and drove
I was thinking
to the
about you.
airport. And on my way, right before I got on the highway here, and I noticed that the precipitation was a little bit slow, and a little bit. By the time I got halfway there, we got a bunch of snow. I got to the airport again, and it's snowing, and Bridget is freaking out. She's like, I can't believe this. It was 78, and now it's and then we're leaving the airport, and she's taking some video to send to her friends. You could see the giant snowflakes.
Yeah.
We got home, of course, it was all done. But when we woke up this morning, snow, light dusting on the cars, and it's cold.
Well, here's how I feel about that. Since I didn't see it, it didn't happen.
You didn't see snow on the cars this morning?
I didn't look.
You slept in. How'd you get here?
I drove my car, but
And
by then it was just
and
wet.
it was all melted by then?
Yeah, it was just wet.
You woke up late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was snow on my neighbor's roof when I opened the door and looked out. There was
You saw snow.
snow on the roof.
You
Yeah.
saw snow.
Well, but I know. I like to play that that's not real, though. It's not real snow. But I do have long pants on.
You do. No socks.
Well, no, you know I don't wear socks in the winter. I don't. I'm not going to start now. Those are too far away to bother with.
I realize that's what it is. It's because you can't reach your feet.
Exactly it.
Oh,
And
my
he doesn't
goodness.
tie his shoes; he just slips them on.
Slips
so
them
he
on.
doesn't
That's
have to
exactly.
reach
Look
down
where.
to
Look
it. I
where.
see that.
You're exactly right.
I see the knot in his
Yep.
shoelaces there.
Yep.
That's-
And I drop them at the door the same way. Yep. Hey, when you live alone, you have life's luxuries. That's all I can say.
That's what I said. Luxury.
And you know how I love to do laundry.
Yeah.
So I try to extend the life of anything that comes out of a drawer clean. I think it's like the third or fourth day for this sweatshirt. But I only wear
why I
it.
was so far away today.
That's information we really don't need.
But
to know.
I only wear it when you see me. The minute I go home,
That's even
once
worse.
you're seen, then you have to change it.
oh no, I don't care anymore. Used to be I would care. I would keep track of what I wore and who saw me and what can I wear different. I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Well, hey, and look at you playing Mr. Rogers today in your sweater.
It's cold.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
The cardigans come out, and then when it gets really cold, the tie's going to come out.
I know, and that's just ridiculous. You can wear a tie with a sweater and a shirt, but you can't wear that on Sunday morning.
I can't.
Well, why don't you see if
Do you want to see me melt? Because I will. It'll be too hot.
Well,
I wear it for the heat, not for the fashion.
for the heat?
Because it's cold.
Yeah. Speaking of cold, is the heat on over there yet?
Yeah, it's been on.
Okay.
But you don't want
But
it on
you
Sunday
ran the air.
morning.
No.
No, because the ceiling's so low that it traps all the heat in.
It
so
does.
it's not going to be.
It was warm.
Yeah, sanctuary is cold.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. They're working.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I went in there. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Well, you're dressed up warm.
Yeah, but they're working too. That's It's not. I worked when it was 0 degrees outside. Outside. We used to make a fire for lunch with wood left over from framing, and
okay.
make a fire for lunch and grill our sandwiches over the fire.
Look at you.
Me and one other guy.
During Reconstruction?
Huh?
During Reconstruction?
You mean Reconstruction of the United States?
No, of the apartment building.
No. Oh no. No, years ago I worked.
Years ago. Okay.
Well, in the 80s.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Okay.
I worked.
1880s Reconstruction.
No, not the Civil War Reconstruction.
Wasn't that 1880s was Reconstruction, wasn't it?
Well,
A little bit early, 70s and 80s.
1865 was
The
Abraham
Canadian
Lincoln.
got it right.
Oh yeah, the Canadian, right? You only remember you're Canadian because you carry that coffee cup.
That's right.
Yeah. I use your mother's coffee cup that she gave me every day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and also the one I'm using is the one you guys got me from Disney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes a nice cup of coffee.
I realized that you guys have lunch plans,
Yeah, we do.
and you learned something this week.
Well, but I don't think we're ready to go off yet.
Well,
Because we're a church. We have to talk about something spiritual.
okay. I thought we did a little bit, but
Oh.
go ahead. Did you have something in particular you wanted to bring to mind? Bring to light?
Well,
No.
no. Well, no, because I'm pretty good spiritually speaking.
Have you picked out the hymns for Sunday yet?
Yes, did it already.
Yep.
Okay.
We will be singing "Rejoice, the Lord is King," and "My Jesus, I Love Thee."
Okay.
I don't know what the other two that Megan picked, but we'll be
Alrighty.
singing those two from the conservative right side
Okay.
of the.
Those are the ones I like.
You like those hymns?
Yes. Well,
Cool.
I don't know. I don't recognize either one of them, but
I'll sing.
but I'm
Rejoice,
happy.
the
I'm happy
Lord
they're
is
coming from the
King.
hymnal. I like the hymnal
Yeah.
songs.
That hymnal was the same hymnal that I had growing up in my
That's so
church as
funny.
well. Yeah.
Because
So do we pick up? So just because this is my first Sunday in a long time, do I pick up a hymnal on the way in, or
You can.
Or
They'll
the
be on the
words?
screen.
Oh, they're on the screens working.
Also,
there's also hymnals
Okay.
available and Bibles.
Okay, because
Are there
sometimes
some Bibles?
Yeah,
if
there's
it's an
Bibles.
unfamiliar hymn, I kind of need the hymn open, the hymn
free to
book
grab
open,
it.
so I can read how the
Yeah,
tune
so you
goes,
can
know.
read the tenor part,
the tune part,
the tenor
the
part.
tune.
feel free to grab a hymnal. You can do that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So
I glance at the tenor part and say, I don't know what note that is.
You know what I was thinking
you were
about
thinking?
about you and Linda. And I noticed I included Linda.
Uh-huh.
That just for Christmas,
Uh,
that you guys could come and sing with us.
Yeah.
Just for Christmas. So
I'll-
you could
I'll
come.
propose that to her, and we'll
Yeah,
see.
we're going to start the.
Because we're going to be around. We'll be
I know.
around all the month.
I know, but that's a long evening for you in the church. I know that. That'd be.
unless Michigan beats Ohio State, then
Well,
then we could not
Does
maybe
that help?
be gone.
Does
one.
that change anything?
Oh yeah, that would be. Well, we have to beat Michigan.
I was going to say
yeah.
that
Yeah,
one
yeah,
might be the
yeah.
harder one.
Well, yeah. The cheating scandal will be. You won't be able to use that to your advantage. So your statistics could go from here, way down to here as a result
You
of when
never
you
know.
come back to play next week. So
Never
I'm just,
know.
My
I'm
glo-
just saying it.
Is that what it is next? It's not this Sunday. It's the next Sunday, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
But you're coming back, and you're going to have to throw away all those, notes that you have on your opponent. You're going to have to get rid of all them, and you're going to have to play a fair game
I don't think.
because people are going to be watching.
I don't think the scouting of the signs is that you watch them play, man. They're dominant.
Oh,
Dominant.
when you know what the other guy's going to do,
quarterback
when you know what the
only
other guy's
plays-
going to do, it makes things
You see,
easier.
there was this one pass that McCarthy made. I mean, it was amazing. It was beautiful.
One
If all-
pass, he made one pass.
I mean, a pass that I've seen very few quarterbacks ever make. And by the way, if talking about football like this is all that it takes to put this man to sleep, we should have done this sooner.
I'm telling you, I feel like you just dropped me off someplace, kept going in
We
the
can
car.
do that.
That's nice, Dawn. Because I could take you out some places that you wouldn't know where you are.
Dan, there's more than one reason why I don't get in the car with you.
You used to
More
get
than
in the
one.
car all the time
I know,
with me.
I know.
When you first came here,
Yeah, I was nice.
I was
Then I would
nice.
go home and wash all my clothes.
Oh, that is so not true.
But speaking of the church, the construction in the church, I went over to the sanctuary just before we met here today, and they have all the pews back in
I wanna go
position.
see.
They're not screws, not plastic hanging up all over to keep controlled dust and all this sort of stuff. It's a clean area now, and I feel like it's over the hump, and we're in the
Oh, yeah, we are. I
downhill
think we are.
phases of construction.
And it's
So
just November 1st. So.
that's right. It looks
Yeah.
looks very nice.
And you know what? You know what this is?
The biggest thing that needs to be done is the upholstery of the pews, but I understand that's the last thing that's going to be
Yeah.
done.
Basically, yeah, basically the last thing. So you know what? This week also kicked off for us.
No.
November.
We started thinking about Christmas. and
We're having a
Advent.
meeting tomorrow.
Yeah. Staff
We're having a
talked
Christmas
about-
meeting
Staff
tomorrow.
talked about Advent and Christmas yesterday. We're talking about it tomorrow.
Hey, you know what?
We're getting some stuff lined up. Stuff like readers,
I was thinking.
lighters,
Since this
Mary
4
and
o'clock,
Joseph and Jesus.
since this 4 o'clock meeting tomorrow
Mhm.
happens to be in the middle of my nap.
You don't have to come if you don't want to. We'll get Al to sub for you.
Maybe you should nap earlier.
Well, I will nap before the meeting. It doesn't make
Because
any.
we like you to be fresh.
I'll
on
set
top
the
of
al-
your game when you come
I'll
to
set
these
the
meetings.
alarm for
Okay.
4:45. and put these exact same clothes back on and come to the meeting tomorrow.
Hang them up so they're gonna get aired out.
Well, I put them on the chair. You know, every bedroom has a chair.
Uh-huh.
You know, with a chair where the clothes
You were
go.
going to say something.
I got nothing.
Didn't matter. Okay. So be planning right now for
Oh.
Advent and Christmas here.
Oh yeah,
We
since
feel,
I'm my nap time,
yeah, that's very
can't we
important.
just have it in where I
No,
have my
not
nap?
zero chance.
There's a little
Not
fireplace
happening.
in there.
So be preparing now. We are expecting to be able to be in the sanctuary for Advent.
Oh yeah.
Even if there's a few
Things.
little hanging chads that need to be punch list items that might need to be taken care of.
It'd be
after
your
we
fault.
Get in. Probably everything's my fault.
It'll be your fault, Dawn.
In fact, anybody who doesn't like something,
It's your fault.
It's my fault.
We gotta
You
blame
know
it
what?
we gotta blame it on somebody.
And you know what? When people say they don't like me, I say it's Dawn's
It's
fault.
Don's fault. That's true too.
Yeah.
But be planning now, and if we're looking at actual Christmas Eve, we got 3 services this year on Christmas
Oh
Eve.
yeah, don't confuse
We
it.
have a
10 o'clock.
a.m. service.
10 a.m. One.
Sunday.
Because Christmas is on a Sunday.
Christmas Eve is on a Sunday this
Sunday.
year.
Oh.
10 a.m. in the morning.
And
It's the
then,
4th Sunday of Advent. So 10 a.m.
Which is your normal service, but it's going to be at 10.
And at just 1. Yep. And then at night,
7 and 10.
7 and 10 p.m.
Yep.
So it's going to be great. I think the Sunday before that, I think
Here's-
right in here,
We have identical worship services the Sunday before
we're going to
that.
have the choir,
the choir on
both
both
services,
services.
but also in between in here, I believe we're going to have a children's pageant. So that'll be a lot of fun. I believe the bells are going to be ringing at some point, both during Advent and maybe even before.
I think so.
Looking forward to hearing more from you guys on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're ringing on the 12th, November 12th.
November 12th. Love
Yeah,
it.
the day after the Michigan game.
Oh.
Oh.
So you can ring Hail to the Victors. Dun, dun,
I don't know that
dun.
song.
Of course you wouldn't know Hail to the Victors. We should get going, though, because Kenton wants to play, and Kenton discovered something very important this week.
You want me to
discovered
share,
that-
don't you?
He
You're
discovered
just waiting for me to say it, aren't
he
you?
discovered that shorter.
You know what? I don't like
is
him
better.
anymore. Does anybody need a new pastor?
So,
Send me the letter.
Shorter's better.
Shorter is better. So obviously,
Well, here's why shorter's better. Because I got over 3,000 views, and We Talking got like 492.
So Kenton got 500 views for talking, but he got 3,000 views for keeping
Playing.
it for shutting his mouth and
We
just playing his
haven't
music.
quite figured out what the anomaly
No,
is.
I
There's
gotta tell
something-
you.
There's something wrong in that calculation there.
Well, I have to tell you, I really think I played Do Lord for the first.
You think that's what it is?
I'm telling
Play
you.
it again. Find out for real.
Well,
well, you can't do that. You can't do a repeat.
that's true.
don't put that pressure on me.
All right. Stick around for some music.
Yeah, we'll
come
be
with a
right back.
second
But
video.
separate video. So bye for now. But don't
Remember,
forget,
tune
skip
in-
this.
Tune
So
in,
when
tune into the music part.
exactly,
not
tune into the
talking
news part because this was just sports today. Okay, it's like the last 5 minutes. Of
It's like what
news.
fellowship is.
Fellowship.
We just
chat
fellowship,
and
talk, and
I'm going to say you've set a record today, Kenton. You're taken off your glasses yet.
Well,
And, it's
I might because
Hey Kenton, have you got church?
I haven't.
Get church.
I have church. Thank God I have
UP
church.
Church. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye now.